Hey guys, it's me, the Media Nerd. Sorry it took so long for me to get this video out. I have tomorrow is the last day of school for the week. So there's no school Friday, so all weekend I will have you guys covered. Don't worry about that. But I do have three pieces of news for you. One is really freaking cool. I've never seen a game. At least personally to me, I've never seen a game designer do this, and I love it. The Deus Ex Human Revolution's gameplay director apologizes for the boss fights. Yes, you just heard that right. That the gameplay director of Deus Ex Human Revolution, and I will read his quote here, is apologizing for the boss fights that were terrible in Deus Ex Human Revolution. The reason why the game got lower scores. This is amazing because I'm still waiting on George Lucas to fucking apologize to me for having to sit through his fucking movies. Well, I'm talking about, of course, episodes 1 through 3. 4, 5, and 6 are fucking brilliant movies, but 1 through 3, I want him to apologize for that. But again, yeah. And I would love Capcom to apologize for me on having to buy the regular edition of Marvel vs. Capcom and then the Ultimate Edition with fixes that should have been there for free. But let's just focus on this. Let me read this. Let me just read this to you guys. While speaking at GDC this morning, during a session dedicated to discussing the reimagining of Deus Ex in the last year's Human Revolution, gameplay director Francois, I don't say the articles down there, Lapkus, of course it's French or whatever, Eidos Montreal openly apologized for the widely criticized boss fights in the game. Quote, "We didn't have the direction sheets for the boss fights that we had for other elements of the game," said whatever space is called, while addressing an area of Human Revolution that he openly admitted the team didn't pay enough attention to. "We kind of forgot about it and didn't really know what we were doing with them. Apparently time became a factor in the outcome of Human Revolution's boss fight, as well as the team waited until halfway through the production to address them, and despite not having any real answer, decided on throwing enough ammo and weapons at the players so that they can just defeat them and move on." Also, again his name, stated that the playtests flagged the boss fights as a bit of a concern, but not nearly the extent that they ended up being. He concluded that while he didn't have an exact solution for how to fix the boss fights, aside from taking time to think about it a lot more, whatever space is called, did recognize that the team should have put more time and effort into making them a compelling component of the overall Deus Ex Human Revolution experience by stating, "I'm truly sorry for that." End quote. Fuck yes. Thank you. Thank you. This is the sign of a true man. A true man who will apologize for his mistakes. Because he could have just easily just said, well, fuck him, I didn't care. This is how we wanted the game to be. The fact that the critics have a problem with it doesn't really concern me. But no, he listened. Because the sign of a true man is someone who is willing to listen to criticism. Thank you. Sorry I can't say his name. I wish I could because this man, I would love to meet this man because he will listen. Thank you. Now, let's move on to the second piece of news this week. This is for Onlive gamers and Onlive fans like myself. And again, let me just say this out here. I'm a huge Onlive fan. I do use Steam, but I like to use Onlive. I'm just trying to get this new. I'm gonna be covering Onlive news when it is interesting and it is useful. So because Onlive is gonna become just as big as Steam, friggin' you can count my word on that. Even if you think that cloud gaming is shit, fuck you. Onlive is awesome. So let's get into this. Onlive updates their user interface, which this is going to be amazing. On the My Game screen, the tab which used to be titled Recently Played has been replaced with a tab entitled Play Pass. The old Recently Played tab became quite useless with the addition of the Favorites tab that Onlive added a while ago. Users can simply click on a star icon next to the game and make it a favorite. Thus, there was no longer much use for the dated Recently Played menu. The new Play Pass tab will now show a user all of his/her purchased Play Pass games. This makes finding a game to play on the servers much easier and less time consuming, which is true. Onlive also added another feature that now allows users to view their My Brag Clips box from the user guide. This guide can be accessed while in-game, meaning there's no need to exit the game in order to watch one of your own brag clips. Users can now open and view brag clips that are sent to them via their inboxes while not having to exit a game. fucking amazing. Yes, thank you, Onlive. Because I did hate having to leave the game in order to watch one of my brag clips that I wanted to show my friend who just came into the room. Other changes that have been made include find out about more playpack games, trailers, and related media are now supported for playpack games in the game details pages and will be added as available. Find out how just big a crowd someone has gathered with a new at-a-glance spectator icon. You can now also control your arena view with a new view, V key on the keyboard, Y button on the gamepad, and refresh R key on the keyboard and X button on the gamepad options. Take the bad or take the good. You can now control cheers or jeers notifications separately in the settings/notifications. So for all you Onlive gamers as well as myself, here's the new update, and it looks frigging amazing and adds not adds a lot, but it does change a lot of things, and that's what I like about Onlive, that they do address their issues in major ways. They are constantly trying to make the game easier. They're constantly trying to make the service easier and easier to use. Thank you, Onlive. So, our last piece of news is for the Battlefield gamers like me. Battlefield's rumored map packs have been announced. And here they are. EA announced today that Battlefield 3 will receive 3 expansion packs throughout the year. The expansion packs are subtitled Close Quarters, Armored Kill, and Endgame. The expansion packs are described as follows. Battlefield 3 Close Quarters and Battlefield 3 Close Quarters players are dropped into a frantic, infantry-only theater of war. Frostbite 2 high-definition destruction makes the environment come alive as everything from furniture to plaster gets shot to pieces. Players will feel the intensity of the world exploding around them as rubble and broken pieces pile up on the floor. While tight level design and vertical gameplay create a high competitive environment, Battlefield 3 Close Quarters also introduces new weapons, assignments, and unique dog tags to bring back to the base game. Battlefield 3 Armored Kill. Following the tight infantry gameplay of Battlefield 3 Close Quarters, DICE will release Battlefield 3 Armored Kill that ups the ante for vehicle mayhem, as only Battlefield can do, featuring new drivable tanks, ATVs, mobile artillery, and more. Battlefield 3 Armored Kill also delivers huge battlefields for an all-out vehicle assault, including the biggest map in Battlefield history. Damn, that's epic. I can't wait to see that. Biggest map in Battlefield history? Damn, because I've seen some pretty big maps in Battlefield Bad Company. Damn, that's going to be huge. Battlefield 3 Endgame. The first expansion pack will ship in the winter, but details remain tightly guarded, so we don't know much about that. On the other note, private servers for consoles are indeed coming. Yes! Finally! After months of teasing, EA stated a fully integrated rent-a-server program for console players will be available for gamers to play online with friends the way they want to play in either private, public, or ranked/unranked matches. Yes, thank you, because this is something that Modern Warfare 3 will never do, which is allow you to actually run a server. Because when you can rent a server, the multiplayer literally lasts forever. Because, guess what? I still can get, because you can rent servers for Battlefield 2, Battlefield 2's multiplayer is still running to this day. Hell, Battlefield 1942 is still running to this day. So, that is another good thing, and for consoles to have that, that is awesome. Thank you, Battlefield. Thank you, DICE. I'm not really going to say thank you to EA, because EA, I believe, are a bunch of dicks, so, and obviously had nothing to do with this decision, because if they did, they'd fuck it up. But, that is the news for this week. I am slowly running out of time, because I try to keep these videos under 10 minutes long, so that you can literally get in, watch my listen to the news, and then get out. So, thank you guys for watching. Again, please like this video, subscribe, comment, tell me I'm an asshole, tell me this video is way too long, for being 9 fucking minutes long. Anyway, see you guys later. I will, of course, am the media nerd, and I bring the news to you, whether or not you like it. It doesn't really fucking matter. Peace off, fuck off, I really don't give a fuck, just get out of my face.